For me, it was like 2 a.m. and it was like a horrible sound, and I recognized it was an airplane. And then it was the bombs that they just dropped. Was in Fuerte Tiuna. This is the place where I live, and it was like a residency area. So it was kind of crazy because they just it was a blackout and no one knows what is happening, and then all the detonation, it was really really strange. And everyone was running and trying to leave the building, and we were so scared. We didn't understand at the beginning, but then when we leave the building, we understand that we were under attack from the United States. I recognize that the helicopters are not from our Air Force. So I did understand that it was United States. It was like they decided to say, hey, we bombed Venezuela, but we never see anything of that. We have a problem. Of course, it was a fire in a industry area, but there is no proof that they did that. We did know about the military presence in the Caribbean, but we never expected that it's going to be so close to us. So, well, we are still scared because we don't know how where our president is right now. All the people are asking for, to understand why they took our president out of the country. We do know that this is United States. We do know what they want from our country. This is not the first times we are under attack since, I don't know, maybe before 2015, when they decided to declare our country unusual, menace to their security. So this is people that are imposing blockade, sanctions. They are imposing false narratives against our country, and now they are imposing bombs, and they are trying to bring some violence and blood to our country. We do know that this is because of the oil. We do understand that they want our resources, but at the beginning, it is like we are confused, but we do know that we are going to defend our country. Venezuelans are preparing to defend the resources we have, and this is something that United States are doing all the time. They are trying to impose all the things that they believe, but this is not going to be easy for them because Venezuelans are preparing for defense our sovereignty, our freedom, our resources, and our country, and mostly our president. We are calling to the people to the streets. We are going to go to the streets. This is the way we are doing. This is not the first times we are living this. Remember when they did to Hugo Chavez? They did a coup d'etat. They tried to kidnap our president. So we do know how to manage this. I know that we maybe can be a little bit scared about where our president is, but we do not scared to defend our country. So we are calling people to the streets, and everyone. And right now, Caracas is in peace, and there is no more bombs. Everything is in peace, but people are, going to the streets. They are going to raise their voices, just to ask for our president to come back to our country if they are outside. We don't know right now anything about it, but we are going to ask for justice. We are going to ask for international organization to raise their voice. President Trump, few days ago, he said something about they have oil here in Venezuela, which is from United States, and also the territory. My message to the President Trump that I'm not going to say that this is not true, because defending that true, I'm going to give you some, value in what you're trying to say. So I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say that we are going to defend our country. This is a country who are violating every single international law. So we need to raise our voice. We are asking to international community to raise their voices, to say stop to this, stop to war. We don't want more war. You cannot bring blood to my country. We do understand that you want our oil, our resources, but this is not. Enough is enough. We are not going to bring here war machinery just because you want all our resources. This is awful. For us that we were so close, of course it's different because you're having it is much, it becomes more real when you can hear the bombs, blowing around you, and it is confusion and you cannot understand, but it doesn't mean that we are scared of them. We need to be prepared, and we do know that we are capable to defend our country. So yes, at the beginning you can feel like you are confused, and maybe this is something that became more real. So it's something that you can see and you can hear. It is closer to, and it is not the same to speak about war, listen and see so close. So of course it seems different. Of course, it is anger and frustration, but at the same time, it is a day of courage because we remember who we are and how capable we are to defend all this. There's people outside who claim that they can just come in here and take the government, and they talk about peaceful transitions. They said peaceful transition. There's not gonna be any peaceful transition in here, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself. And there's not going to be any transitions in here because we are not going to let them come to our country and take the government and try to let them think they are going to be a president of our country. This is not going to happen. It's not going to be easy for them. I want to say thank you to all the solidarity organizations that have, released some statement in support to Venezuela. I want to say thank you to all the people around the world that believe in us and are supporting all the time, because they do understand the situation. They do know that this is what this imperious is trying to say about just to take all the resources of our country. They understand that this is the real situation behind this. There is no drug trafficking, there is no cartel de los soles, there is no tren de Aragua, there is not anything of that. This is just oil that they need and they want to take for them. So thank you so much for all the support to around the world, and we are going to fire back. We are going to keep fighting for our country, for sovereignty, and for international law.
Perú, a las dirigentes indígenas y senadores de Colombia que se han pronunciado porque atacar
sobre el rol que nos toca realizar de ahora en adelante.
We were resting. We had just had a wonderful Christmas in peace and happiness. And suddenly, we heard bombings from, bursts into tears, from the American Empire. We never imagined they would dare to do so much, because here in Venezuela, we are only building sovereignty, peace, and happiness with our President Nicolás Maduro, the legitimate president whom Venezuelans elected to govern, and where we were building a commune project where the Venezuelan people were organized and voting on projects, each in their own territory. This took us by surprise, and we truly feel it is a violation of our lives.
El pueblo debe defender a su presidente, a su primera combatiente en las calles.
And just as this happened in Venezuela, we call upon our brother nations of the world to awaken, because the interference of the American people respects no borders, no countries, no rights, and at any moment, this could happen anywhere in the world.
Que combate a los bichitos de la polar. Adelante. Hecho de historia.
They think that by throwing bombs at us, they're going to stop this people. Here is Caracas. Here is Venezuela. Because we are here, in Barcelona. We are in Maracay. We are in Ciudad Bolivar. All of Caracas standing up, saying we will not allow them to take away our government.
What they're doing today to Nicolás Maduro and Silvia Flores, they can do to anyone, to any country in Latin America and in the world, simply because they want to steal resources. Their objective isn't freedom. Anyone who thinks otherwise is a fool, truly a fool. The objective is the Venezuelan oil. The war is for Venezuelan oil. Don't think that just because the streets are calm, we're defeated. Quite the contrary. This is just the beginning. So let's prepare ourselves, the people, with great calm and wisdom, and with that Bolivarian ideal that drives us. with the strength we have as the army of Bolivar. Here we go, defending our revolution, whatever the cost. Here we are.
¡Viva la patria! ¡Imperio Yankee! ¡Tendrás que caer! ¡Tendrás que caer, maldito imperio Yankee!
¡Revuelvan a Maduro! ¡Revuelvan a Maduro!
Lancha en el Caribe y que habían amenazado a este pueblo de hacer una acción bélica contra nosotros.
Shitty gringos, you will not pass. You will not win. The Bolivarian people are on their knees on the ground defending their dignity, their identity, and their land. As a Venezuelan citizen, as a member of this popular movement, I have to reaffirm that President Nicolás Maduro has not appeared and that he is kidnapped. Where is he? In what condition is he? We do not know, and that is why we are demanding not that they return him, but that they first tell us where he is, because he must be alive. But also, I want to say something else. They will not be able to kill Nicolás. The Bolivarian Revolution will not fall, because this is a revolution that comes from 1805, when Francisco de Miranda raised our flag for the emancipation of our America, for the emancipation of our Bolivarian land. We also demand that the peoples of the world, the authorities of the world, demand the life of Nicolás Maduro Moros, because he is the constitutional president of our Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. On one side, we have the rifle, on the other the flag, but also the maracas to dance for the return of Nicolás Maduro to our land. Unfortunately, it was a genocide, what Donald Trump did to many innocents. He cut the lives of innocent people, not because he wants to take over this nation, and he wants to govern without being Venezuelan. Here, Venezuelans govern, and Venezuelans in majority, legally elected. All these years, our commander President Nicolás Maduro has matured and is legitimately elected. Here we are defending, and we want our president to be undefeated, safe and sound in God, Jesus Christ. Donald Trump cannot take the reins to play Venezuelan because he is not Venezuelan, nor the government of Venezuela, nor the nation. He can be president of the United States, but not of all nations.
Because our people are not armed. We were there so peacefully, and the gringos come to mess with our people, and that is not fair. From here, from Venezuela, we demand that the United States government please return our president, Nicolás Maduro, because we voted for him. Please return our president. We will never surrender, never.
Venezuela. I don't know if it is for our misfortune or for our good. It is like the jewel in the crown, and everyone wants to put their hand on it. And the United States, with the Monroe Doctrine, has it in for us. They say it is not theirs. If he is not in our land, we will not give him up. We will not give him up.